What's happening to the people of Palestine is the same thing that's been happening to them since 1948. They are being slowly but surely driven from their land and from their homes and from their lives and from their culture. So the Israelis are trying to make them disappear so that they can have Eretz Israel, and it'll be certainly the whole of what was called Palestine during the British Mandate, and probably Jordan as well if they get their way. There is a lot of terrorism, but it almost always comes from the Israeli side of the argument. It is certainly an act of terrorism to drop a 2,000-ton bomb on somebody's apartment building or family home. Apartheid. Okay, so in 2012, you could not use the word apartheid in a conversation about Israel and Palestine, or about Israel and Israeli policy. Well, now you cannot have a conversation that is meaningful in any way without using the word apartheid. And they use it all the time to deny it, just as much as we on the side of human rights do. As I've always said, my platform is tiny. It's the 1948 Paris Declaration of Human Rights and those 30 articles. That is what I believe in. The Israeli government and most of the Israeli people, maybe 90%, don't believe in that platform. They don't give a shit about human rights. In fact, they will rather, the whole question about human rights didn't exist at all, because that is not the world emotionally, philosophically that they live in, politically that they live in. It is harder and harder and harder for them to deny it. But we have to make a lot of noise, and we have to stand together. We have to act together. We cannot be looking at our brothers and sisters and turning our noses up because they might be a different religion or a different sect or a different political belief than us. We have to stand together on this platform, human rights.
The Israeli government sees me as an existential threat to their settler, colonialist, racist apartheid regime. And they've done everything that they can think of to discredit me and try and destroy my career, and if possible, destroy me and my family. Am I going to keep attacking the state of Israel and its policies in the West Bank and in Gaza? Yes, I am. And I will until the day I die. Or they modify their position to give human rights to the indigenous people of all the lands between the Jordan River and the sea. It's really simple. This whole story for me didn't start till 2006 when I went to Palestine. I saw apartheid in action, even if it was just the roads. Wow, this is weird. You know, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's for Jews only. Don't be daft. Yeah, it is. You can't go on this road if you're not a Jew. You're kidding. No, I'm not. Fucking hell. The guards at all the crossings and places you have to go to, who are all about 10 years old. And even me, there I am with my British passport, because we were in UN vehicles, we were treated like they didn't quite spit on us. But then I thought, Mom, if they treat me like this, imagine how they treat the Palestinians. And I saw them. And it's unconscionable the way they treat. And they kill them. They just openly kill them. They shoot them all the time, dead. And they bomb them, dead. And so I've been doing everything that I possibly can to expose that bit. And I will continue to do so. And I will hope eventually to open the eyes of ordinary people in England and in North America to the evils of the apartheid state of Israel. When I see the army of thugs with their blue and white flags storming through the old city of Jerusalem on Flag Day, beating up any Palestinian who dares to be in their own street, shouting, "Kill the Arabs! Kill the Arabs! Kill the Arabs!" as they march through the street with their Israeli flags. And nobody's going, "Oh, you can't say that. That's a hate crime." And it really is a hate crime, but there's nobody saying that. The police are there egging them on. So cancel culture is trying to get you to believe that in some weird way, my defense of the people of Palestine is more violent than the young thugs kicking Palestinians to death, or the IDF soldiers shooting them through the heart with their sniper rifles, like they did on the Great March of Return to that young Palestinian medic.
Here's my suggestion of what should be done. It's only an opinion. This is what should be done. 1. There must be an immediate and permanent ceasefire. No more killing by anyone, Hamas and the IDF included. So what next? How to prevent future bloodshed. 2. Get round a big table and hammer out the bones of a one-state solution to this whole unholy mess. One based on respect for equal human rights under international law. A new state with equal human rights for all its citizens, irrespective of their ethnicity or religion or previous nationality. This new state would be I've written this in italics, an actual real democracy. 3. My suspicion is that the new state's constitution would need to include provision for truth and reconciliation hearings like they had in post-apartheid South Africa. 4. A side issue. Obviously, the Golan Heights are not part of any of this. They are part of Syria, where they belong. So that's the dream. My heart is still heavy. I weep for all my brothers and sisters in the Holy Land, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Druze, agnostic, and atheist alike. Can we all look forward together to a world without war? Do we believe in universal human rights or not?